In 2022, the most famous footballer on the planet sat in front of a camera and told the world he had been betrayed. His club humiliated him. His manager disrespected him. His own country dropped him. The whole world buried Cristiano Ronaldo. They said he was finished. They said he was selfish. They said his time was over. But here is what they forgot. You cannot bury a man who refuses to stay down. This is the story of the greatest betrayal in football history, and the most beautiful revenge the sport has ever seen. Stay until the end, because what happened at 41 years old will change how you see this man forever. A small island called Madeira, off the coast of Portugal. 1985. A boy was born into poverty. His family had no money. His father struggled with alcohol. His house had a tin roof, while other boys dreamed of toys. This boy kicked a football in the streets from sunrise to sunset. At just 12 years old, he boarded a plane to Lisbon alone, and he cried the entire journey. A 12-year-old boy. No family, no money, no guarantees, just a dream. But at 15 years old, something happened that almost ended everything before it started. Cristiano Ronaldo was diagnosed with a heart condition. Doctors said he needed surgery. He went under the knife at 15, and the moment he woke up, he asked for a football, because nothing has ever stopped him. At 18 years old, Cristiano Ronaldo signed for Manchester United. Sir Alex Ferguson called him the most exciting young player he had ever seen in his life. He won the Premier League. He won the Champions League. He won the Ballon d'Or. He scored over 800 career goals, but through all of it, the World Cup remained his one unfinished dream. 2006, Germany, his first World Cup. Portugal reached the semi-finals and lost to France. Ronaldo sat in the tunnel afterwards and cried, not because he was weak, because he cared more than anyone else on that pitch. 2010, 2014, 2018, 4 World Cups. Endless effort, but the one trophy he wanted most, always just out of reach. And then, in 2022, everything that could go wrong did. Ronaldo returned to Manchester United, but new manager Erik ten Hag was freezing him out completely, leaving him on the bench, ignoring him in training, making him feel completely invisible. So Ronaldo sat in front of Piers Morgan on live television and said, "I feel betrayed." 2 days later, Manchester United terminated his contract. One of the greatest players in football history, thrown out like he meant nothing. 1 week later, Ronaldo arrived at the World Cup in Qatar. He needed his country. He needed to feel wanted. But Portugal coach Fernando Santos dropped Cristiano Ronaldo from the starting lineup. Santos picked a 21-year-old called Goncalo Ramos instead. Everyone waited for Portugal to collapse. They did not collapse. Goncalo Ramos scored a hat-trick. Portugal won 6-1, and Ronaldo watched from the bench. The man who carried Portugal for 20 years watched a 21-year-old take everything he had built. That was the moment the world decided his story was finally over. Ronaldo then signed for Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia, and the world could not stop laughing. Ronaldo retires in the desert. The GOAT chooses money over football. It is officially over. But while the world was busy writing his obituary, Ronaldo was waking up at 5 a.m. every single morning. While pundits debated his legacy, he trained. A poll in Portugal asked whether Ronaldo deserved to be at World Cup 2026. 40% said no, 40% of his own country. And somewhere in Saudi Arabia, Cristiano Ronaldo read that poll and went back to training. June 2026, United States of America. Cristiano Ronaldo walked onto the World Cup pitch one more time. This was not a farewell tour. This was a man coming back with one final message. Watch me, Portugal versus Uzbekistan. The ball fell to Cristiano Ronaldo, 41 years old. He struck the ball into the back of the net, and in that one single moment, Cristiano Ronaldo became the first player in the history of football to score at 6 different World Cups: 2006, 2010, 2014, 2018, 2022, 2026. He pointed to the sky. for his father, who never got to see his son become the greatest of all time. Eric, Ten Hag watching from home, Fernando Santos watching from home, every pundit who buried him watching from home. They all watched a man they tried to discard rewrite football history one more time. You can drop him, you can bench him, you can terminate his contract, you can mock him in the desert, but you cannot take away what he does when it matters most. He scores. He always scores. From a crying boy on a plane, leaving Madeira with nothing, to the greatest record in the entire history of the World Cup. They never believed in him. He never needed them to. The next time someone tells you your time is over, remember this man, 41 years old, arms open, eyes to the sky, history, written, subscribe, because World Cup 2026 is not finished yet, and neither is Cristiano Ronaldo.